I didn't start preparing very seriously from early on. Like I started, I think 10 months prior to GATE. So that was the time I started preparing seriously.
See, the challenge is whenever we start preparing for something, the hardest step is probably the zeroth step. So, how did you manage that particular stuff? So, hello everyone. Today we have Niladri here. And to be very honest, Niladri is one of my college juniors from IIT. And today's session is particularly going to be relevant to GATE aspirants as Niladri recently stood All India Rank 1 in GATE Aerospace 2021. So, Niladri, over to you.
Thank you very much for calling me on this show. And as you have told, I am GATE 2021 Aerospace topper. So that was last year. And regarding myself, so I completed my BTech from IIT Shibpur in West Bengal. And now I am pursuing my master's from IIT Bombay.
So, what made you plan for GATE? In which year did you really decide that you want to appear for GATE?
Well, so for every engineer, I think GATE is a dream. Like securing a good rank in GATE is a dream for everyone. Like I didn't start preparing very seriously from early on. Like I started, I think 10 months prior to GATE. So that was the time I started preparing seriously. And yeah, that will be it from.
Okay. So, moving to the next question, as you already mentioned that you just started preparing for GATE just 11 months prior to the GATE examination. So, how did you manage to prepare in such a small span of time? I mean, how did you manage to do both the things? I mean, your college curriculum as well as GATE preparation.
Yeah, so I think I was from Aerospace only. So I was doing Aerospace and my subjects were somewhat related to GATE. So that was an advantage for me. But even if someone is preparing, say, from mechanical background or even from civil, I would say that do not think that it is very difficult to prepare for GATE. Also, it is not easy, but yeah, if you put on effort, that you can obviously complete it. So when I started preparing, so how I planned was my college subjects. I gave them a little lower preference and started focusing mainly on GATE. Although I would not say that was harming my studies in any way because I got good grades even after preparing for GATE. But the thing is, you have to make a balance between your studies and GATE preparation. What I used to do is 2 weeks before my exams, I used to focus completely on my curriculum. But before that, I was preparing fully for GATE. So I had a fixed time limit. When I was preparing for GATE, I was sure that I will only prepare for GATE. And before the exam, I used to switch into curriculum.
Okay, so you maintained quite a disciplined life in an engineering.
Yeah, yeah, that's difficult.
Life for 10 months at least.
Yes. That's what we do before our JE. But yeah, I know after college, after spending 3 years in hostel, it becomes very difficult.
Okay. Okay, so moving to the next question, did you have any assistance from any coaching institute? I mean, did you attend any classroom program in any coaching institute, or you solely relied on self-study for your GATE preparation?
So I didn't take any like classroom class or something like that, some program. But yeah, I took some mock tests. So I think these are important. I only took mock test series and that's it. I didn't take any classroom program or something. So it was mainly self-study. Yeah, self-study.
Can you suggest some good resources for GATE preparation, particularly for aerospace or similar branches like mechanical, from where one can study?
Right. So basically, there are many reference book and the course book that we follow. So I think that will be enough. I prepared from them only. So I'm not going into the names of those books, but if you are preparing for GATE Aerospace, what you can do is ask any professor, or if you are in aerospace, then you will of course know what are the books. But if you are from mechanical or say any other background, the best thing I will suggest, contact someone who is pursuing aerospace or some professors, and you can ask them about some reference books. I think reference books are really available and very easy to go through. So that will be enough.
So what you're trying to say is you particularly focused on the standard classroom textbooks that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
follow
Standard
for our
textbook.
regular course.
Like Anderson and those stuff, basic stuff. No
Okay.
need of going into higher books or difficult books, but yeah, basically the things that we do in classroom only, you can do that, and that will be fine.
What were your preparation strategies? I mean, what were your revision strategies? That is the most important thing. As you
Yeah, yeah.
said that you started with your great preparation just 10 months before the exam. So there is a lot of things that you need to revise. So how did you effectively revise? How did you take notes? Can you share your trade secrets with your juniors so that it can help them?
Well, so there are no secrets. I think like in any exam, how we prepare, that's only we need to follow. Uh, I didn't plan anything beforehand, but as I was going through the time, I figured out what I need to do. So what I did was, I for the first 2 3 months, I just focused on reading the textbooks and collecting as much information as I can, and I noted them in a notebook. So I prepared my own study materials. That is very important, I think. So you have to prepare your own study material
Note
and
making.
follow that. Yeah, yeah, that is very important. Otherwise, you cannot remember everything that you have read, right? All the formulas and stuff, they are very important. So what I did was, as I was nearing gate, so what I used to do, say I was giving the mock test also, but between that, when I used to get some time, I used to go through all the notes that I prepared. So say in a week, I used to go through the notes just once. So once every week, if you go through all your notes and just try to focus on the important points, I think that will be fine for you. You will not forget anything during gate.
Yes, yes, precisely. So during any kind of preparation, there are lots of ups and downs. I can say that from my
Yeah.
experience. So particularly, I would like to ask you, how would you manage the down times during the preparation? See, the challenge is whenever we start preparing for something, the hardest step is probably the 0th step. So how did you manage that particular stuff?
Yeah, so I also faced a lot of issues. Like there were a lot of time when I felt why I am doing this, why I need to give gate, or even times I felt that I cannot complete this. But I think even if you are not performing very well on some days, you don't need to feel low. I think that is very important. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to just say, okay, today is not my day, but tomorrow I will do better, and maybe I will solve more problems. They will be more accurate. Those things will come and go, but yeah, so you have to always look at the bigger picture. Like you have 10 months and you need to focus on completing your subject and revision, practicing questions. So even if it happens that for 1 month you are not able to practice because of health issues or exams or many things can happen, you just have to say to yourself that, see, this 1 month doesn't matter. I can complete my syllabus in the rest of the time, and just carry on forward. You can also take help from your friends. They are the best thing, I guess. So whenever I felt low, I called them and asked them, what are you doing? They told me, yeah, you tell me, I am facing the same issue. So I think everyone faces this, and this is the truth, and you have to accept it and move on.
Okay, so moving to the next question. So, what are some of the exam day tips and tricks that you would like to suggest to your juniors so that they can optimize their performance during the exam day? What are your tips in particular to attempting the question paper while solving the problem so that they can optimize their scores?
Yeah, right. So I followed some tricks, but I don't know that will work for everyone or not. So what I did was, when I was giving those mock tests, right? So I gave, I think, around 12, 13 mock tests. But what I used to do is I used to match their timing with the time of gate. So during my time, gate was in the afternoon, and I generally spend my afternoon playing or just chilling outside. So what I did was, I fixed that I have to give my mock test from 2 to 3 or something, and I used to give at that time only. So make this a habit of giving it at the same time every day. So what this will do is your biological clocks will get fixed at that time, and during the exam you will not feel tired or anxious, anything like that. And during the exam day, just you have to don't have to get afraid or something. So even if you feel that the questions are difficult or very tough, just move on to the next question and find at least some questions which will be easier. So what I did was, I first tried to solve all the easy questions, And any question that I felt, okay, this will take some time or I don't know, I just ignored them. I said I will try later on, and if I don't, that will not matter. So that way I was able to complete almost all the easy questions very early, like within 1.5 hours. And that gave me a lot of time to focus on the difficult question. And so that will be my suggestion. First, try to do the easy question and try to keep the hard one for later. Even if you feel that, okay, I can do this, but maybe it will take some time, I will say keep it in the hard category and leave it for later. So that way, once you have solved, say, 20-30 questions, you will already gain some confidence, and then it will not be difficult. So for me, the first 10-20 questions were the most challenging one. Even they are easy, I was feeling, okay, maybe I have done something wrong, let me recheck and stuff. But as you will start solving them and the answer will be coming, so you will be confident, and that will be good.
Okay. That's a great piece of advice. That attempt the easy ones first, then
Yes,
leave the tough
that is
ones
a
for
trick.
the
Yes.
end of the day. Okay. So as you already mentioned that you are currently pursuing your masters at IIT Bombay. So how is the life at IIT Bombay in general? I know that you are attending online classes right now,
Online.
but still, how have been your journey at IIT Bombay in general till now?
Right. So as you told that I am pursuing my masters from home, I don't know. Means it doesn't feel that I am doing a regular course. It feels like I'm doing an online course, part-time course. But anyway, Bombay is very professional, I would say. The professors or even your seniors, like, you can ask for help and they will be ready there to help you. Even the professors are very good. Like, even if you face any kind of issues, I have seen professors who arrange special class just for some students to help them out. So that will not be, academics will not be a big issue, I think. But yes, other than that, you will get a lot of opportunities to grow your extracurricular part. So there are a lot of tests, and tests like goes on every week. So, and also there will be a lot of opportunities in terms of, say, responsibility. So you can take up a lot of PR roles and you can grow in that too. So I would say it's a very professional institute, and if you join here, you will not be disappointed.
You can also share that position of responsibility you're holding right now.
All right. So I am the CR of the class representative of propulsion subsection of master degree. So yeah, that's my PR right now, and I'm planning maybe I will take up some more PRs. This is like as you will understand when you will take up these responsibilities, they will help you. Means you have to help others, but that will actually help you in growing yourself. Like, you will get a lot of confidence from that. Like, I am giving this interview, maybe a year back it was not possible for me to sit in front of the camera and give a talk like this. But yeah, you grow a lot if you come to it.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. You need to just move on along the growth curve. That's the most important
Right,
thing.
yes.
So, what would be your final tips and career suggestions to your juniors? There are a few questions from my side. When is the sweetest spot to start your gate preparation? This is the first question. And the second question is, what all stuffs to refer? Is it a good idea to opt for a coaching institute, or is it a good idea to rely on self-study? Which is better according to you? And so this
Okay,
is the
so
topic.
the first question is when we should start. I think if you want to go slow, you can start from fifth semester, maybe 1 year to 3 months early. So then you can actually start very slow, and that will not be like, you don't have to pace yourself. But even if you start before 9-10 months, I don't think that will be a problem, because I started 10 months early and I didn't have any issue. So yes, the sweet spot will be, say, 1 year before gate. I think that will be the best. And regarding the notes or the materials to follow, I think it will be best if you follow the standard books. So that will be enough, I think. Read those books and note down the important points that you think are necessary. And also, what you can do is, like, I followed this very much. I bought a question bank of all the last year gate questions. And what I used to do is, I read all the questions. Even without solving, I just go into the questions. What are the questions coming, and what will be the difficulty level, whether I can solve it right now, even without reading the books. I followed that. And what that will help you in is, in the book, there will be a lot of stuff, right? You don't have to go through all those. Like, there will be concepts that are very high level concepts, or even things which are just there in the book but not necessary to study for GATE. So once you will go through the previous year question papers, so you will get an idea like what are the things that can come in GATE, right? That will help you to focus your study area. So yeah, that will be from my side. Like study reference book, make notes, follow previous year question papers, and most importantly, you must practice very much. Like you must give mock test and solve the previous year question. So that will help you not only to understand the concept but to gain confidence also. So that will be from my side. Yes, one more suggestion. Like try to revise, try to practice the GATE calculator. That is a very difficult thing, I think. So in GATE you cannot carry your own calculator. You have to use a on-screen calculator, and that's not very easy to use. So have a practice of that. Try to use that for your calculation. That will be helpful.
Okay. So lots of information and lots of trade secrets from the GATE paper. I think this is going to be a useful resource for our viewers who are preparing for GATE or planning to prepare for GATE. So thanks a lot, Niladri, for this introspective session. It will be indeed helpful to our viewers. So thanks a lot.
Thank you for calling me here, and I am very glad that you called me and I could share some of my experience.